Alright guys, what is it now?
No, but it's great. It really is.
We are focusing on something different today. So, Karabo. You know, I feel like this is actually a chance for me to get to know you better.
Yeah.
And the topic for today happens to be something delicious. Yeah, a manly conversation, of course, with, you know, you can't leave out the females. No. So, the topic is submitting to a man, right? Women in specific, you know.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's basically on women submitting to men only.
Well, for now, are you saying men to men? It doesn't matter, but the whole point is submission. So what I'm trying to understand from your point of view, submission. Maybe let's start there. Define submission.
Well, submission is understanding that there is a higher power and you are below that, and you allow that higher power to somewhat control, I would say, the environment around you. In my definition, I mean, that's my own definition. That's just in general. In a relationship wise, because obviously, I mean, if you're talking about men and women, we're talking about relationships.
Yeah.
So, a submission in a relationship, in my definition, would be there is someone with higher, you understand this, between the two of us, there's someone with higher authority. Not to a crazy extent, obviously, but understanding that no, this person has more authority than me in some sense, and I should somewhat listen to what he says or she says and allow that to be.
So basically, gender roles. Submission is gender roles.
Gender roles, I would say that, but that's 50-50 because it's dependent on your personality.
Okay, but so maybe let's take it back to home. So where are you from? So culture-wise.
Me, I'm Venda.
You're Venda.
So yeah, my culture is basically, I'm not really fully Venda, I'm half Venda and half Pedi. So, but obviously my Venda side dominates more than my Pedi side because I don't even know anything in Pedi. So yeah, the basic here is that I'm Venda and my culture is Venda. So yeah.
You're Venda. So I know Vendas are very, very cultural. You know, so I'm trying to understand is that maybe again because you said personality, but I know Vendas are very, very cultural. The whole women need to lie down. Is it at a lobola or something when he goes not only. So when does that happen? So it's actually more than just
the presence of your man.
So in the presence of a man, you lie down. So it's like so
not a man, your husband, your father, your grandfather, a superior male in your life. You lie down.
So even an older brother.
No.
Someone
who holds authority in a community or in a household. A father, a grandfather, or somebody with authority, like the breadwinner, someone who says, like the man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're greeting, if I come in, I'm the father, and you are my child, and you haven't probably seen me in a while, it's not something that should happen every day. Just something that you show a level of respect that I submit, I wouldn't say submit, but you're my, elder, and I respect you.
So a woman is saying, you're my elder, therefore I must lie down to show.
A sign of respect.
Okay, so maybe let's pause it there.
Yeah.
I'll come back to what your genuine thoughts are.
Yeah.
Does that appeal to you? I'm not, and just think about it, appealing doesn't mean you're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're all capable of murdering, but we choose not to. But does that kind of lifestyle appeal to you? I just want to go to Lisa. Like, Lisa, what are your views on this whole submitting? What is submission for you, actually? Let's start there.
Okay, so my personal definition of submission is when you as a woman give of yourself holistically to a man, your boyfriend, your husband, but not him as a person, but him as his vision, him and his goals. So if I say, Keta, I'm your woman, and I say I'm submitting to you, it means wherever you're going, I'm going with you. You are driving this car that is our relationship, and whichever direction you are taking it, that is where I am going. So for me, submission is completely letting go of myself.
To become one
with you. In support of you. That's submission to me.
I'm not gonna lie, I come from a very cultural background, Zulu, but my mom does not submit in a sense where she goes down on her knees to bring my dad food. Yes, there's a level of respect of your being a little bit more say kai. You know, there is that, but
Yeah,
it's. I think it aligns to what you said of she has submitted to this man's vision, to this man's goals. He is the driver. Therefore, you know, there is a certain level of differentiation that comes from the woman. But I've always looked at submission as something that needs to be pure.
Yes.
Like, you know, because when it's pure, I think a woman will just naturally submit to you.
True.
You know, but having said that, yeah, I'm going to say that, okay, I think I've dated quite a bit. And you know, you don't understand something. So, submission, you grow up around Zulu people, and they tell you, woman this, woman that, she must kneel, she must. And then you come to Joburg, try thinking, I'm going to meet this honey, I'm going to make her, you know, kneel, submit. Whether it's not, you know, kneeling, but she's going to submit, she's going to recognize me as the man in the relationship.
I'm the man in this.
You know, but because I never knew that, I think I told myself I was making this woman submit to me, but if I look back, did I really make her submit, and to what exactly?
I mean, for me, you saying that, I feel like we have to understand submitting to what extent. Like, let me understand your definition of submission.
My submission now is, so I'm not going to lie and say there is not that cultural thing in me of submission. And that's mainly because I looked at my household and how I was raised, or how in the background that I was raised. I don't think my mom had the choice just to willingly submit. Back in the day, it was thing of, they were forced to submit whether they like it or not. So for me, I look at their relationship and the kind of respect that she gives, and not necessarily the respect my dad commands, right? So it's that unspoken kind of submission that the moment we got married, you already knew that as a woman, this would be your role, and as a man, this would be my role, right? So that's my definition of submission. But obviously, modernization and growing outside of the Zulu culture, I look at it almost to what Lisa just said, is that for me, I don't want someone to submit because my culture says submit automatically, right? I want you to submit to me because you genuinely believe in the person that I am. And then when I came to you, I had a vision for me, then subsequently I had a vision for us. Because it's not like a submission is beautiful.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Submission is beautiful when it's, going back to what you said, I can't really say that submission, you force someone to submit. Submission is inspired.
True.
If you're forcing someone to submit to you, that's not submission. That's something completely different. Submission is me looking at this person that I'm with and I'm like, this guy is going places. This is who he is. This is what I love about him. This is the direction we're going. And then that's me saying, I want to go there with him. I want to make sure he gets there. I want to be there when he is
gets there. Exactly.
That's submission, when you let go of yourself. And it's a beautiful thing when it comes from you. Because if I lie down by my choice, if I see my man after a few months, maybe I was on a business trip, and he comes back and the first thing I do is lie down on the floor to greet him from myself, that's beautiful.
Yes.
I break myself to build you up. That's beautiful.
If you saying that, okay, in the long, you haven't seen your man in a while, whatever, and you lie down and you're breaking yourself down, that's just a gesture of like, hey, you know, this is me, I'm just, you know, this is
it's a gesture displaying how I feel on the inside.
But let me ask you this. I wanted to ask you this. Do you think that you would get in a relationship before you could submit, or do you submit in a relationship? Because from what you were saying, it sounds like submission would come only if you guys are in a relationship, or does it come, can you submit before?
My boyfriend, let's say we started dating. Before I know your vision and before I know your direction, I wouldn't necessarily call what I'm doing submitting to you. I am getting to know you, right? I'm getting to know who you are as a person. Once I know that, okay, Karabo is this guy, this is where he's going, then I make the conscious decision to say, I want to go there. And I let go of what I want, whatever it may be, to follow you. That is only something I can do when I know where you're going. A woman who submits to any man lacks direction herself. Because every man has his own vision. So if I date Keta, I submit. Karabo, I submit. Whoever I submit. That means I have no purpose for me.
But Lisa, sorry to cut you short. I think what I want to understand is on the sentence where you're saying, you know, when you submit, you let go of who you are as a woman. Does that mean whatever vision that you have for yourself, or any life plans that you have for it, does that also fall off the wagon? Or it just means that I know what my shit is about. But obviously, I believe that God did not make man to live alone.
True.
So you find a woman, or a man finds a woman, and vice versa, that befits your direction as well. So it's not completely letting go.
It depends on the context, I guess. For instance, I meet you, I have my own vision. Like right now, I'm studying to be a teacher, I know where I want to work, I know where I want to live. Then I meet Keta, I hear his vision, I hear his story. And in your vision, I find my purpose. Maybe I feel like I'm the person designed to get you to where you're going. And my vision is not my purpose, it's what I wish for myself. But my purpose is what I was designed for. And therefore, I let go of my vision to fulfill my purpose. And that is to follow you. Whereas, and there's also other aspects to it. Like, let's say I want to be a teacher and I want to live in Joburg. And I find a man who's an engineer who wants to live in Joburg. And I see that his vision closely aligns with mine. So we might as well go on this road together because we are going towards the same direction. Maybe not the same destination, but we're going towards the same direction. And we can compromise.
So then let me ask,
completely letting go of yourself is something that you do only in enlightenment, when you know what you're letting go of yourself for.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, because I think men have this view that I meet a girl. We're fairly young, maybe you guys are younger than me, but right? But men just have this view, see, nah, Donna, I met this girl, and I'm gonna say in most of the cases, it's so sad that after meeting a girl, we always say, yeah, dude, I met up with this bitch last night. We hooked up, the shorty, you know? And yes, I know it's wrong, but there's this culture that, you know, submitting for a man is owning a woman. Like, it's owning who she is, it's owning how she dresses. But I have a confession, guys, because like, if I'm dating a girl, oh, baby, I'm going out, I'll see you later. My friends are and I'll pump you. Yeah, baby, have fun. Go back.
I know where this is going.
Go back. Then you walk out looking like a fine ass stud. Are we down? I'll be like, baby, do you want to order pizza? I feel like, honestly speaking, I'm still in that phase. And I know that's something that's wrong. And I want to work on it, because I'm not saying I do it every time my woman has to go out, but it's a natural feeling. One stage, I was like, baby, go for it, man. Like, she's a girl, she's a... I was like, more she's the next thing is... You know what I'm saying? So, I want us to, you know, contextualize more in our relationship. So, like, Karabo, I'm gonna ask you, how do you make a woman submit to you? Like, in your definition, in your current status of thinking, whether it's spiritual or physically, because I know as a man, we all have the thought of making a woman submit. How do you do it?
Well, let's say I'm in a relationship, right? Obviously, I believe for a woman to submit, she has to have that. I have to, when I come in or when we're together, I have to feel this sense of she respects me. She understands that, yo, this is my man, or like she uplifts me in a sense where I feel, okay, cool, I'm in charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I was saying in the beginning that it depends on your character. If me as a person, but I know that I am more, I wouldn't say controlling, but I'm the guy who likes to be the decision maker. I like to be the head of whatever I'm in.
So I just wanna, to make sure that are you answering for yourself right now, or so when you're saying you like to be in charge, is that Karabo saying that, or are you still speaking in third person?
No, I'm speaking.
Because we want to know.
Honestly, I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah, I asked, how do you make a woman submit?
Yeah, for me.
So say, me personally.
Exactly.
Yes.
Me personally, that's who I am. Like I said, it depends on your character. But for me personally, because I know I'm more, I like to stand firm and be the person who's somewhat in charge of the relationship, right? So obviously, if a woman does not respect that and she tries to challenge me, I mean, it's a problem. So, you know, and you will tell that that's
It's a problem, yeah.
You can't have two male lions in the same cage.
Yeah, sure.
There has to be a lioness.
Is that how you also raised up?
Exactly. That's how I was raised up. In my family, my dad is the one that takes charge. He's the final word person. So
yeah,
like this.
His word is God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My mom has to ask for permission for my dad, but my dad does not necessarily have to ask for permission for my mom. And that's how I grew
Preach,
up.
brother. Preach. Preach. And I say that because I relate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is, like I said, it does come down to culture, or I wouldn't say culture per se, but how you were raised and how you grew up in your household and how you like see things around you.
Yeah.
So for me, how I make my women submit, I would say it's my personality says it all. Like, because I like to take charge. Because, like I was saying, based on character, right? Imagine if I was not the taking charge kind of person. What kind of woman would
come in? Yeah, no, say it. Say what kind of woman finishes?
Yeah, what kind of woman would submit to somebody who does not really take charge?
Thank you.
Someone will have to take charge in that relationship. And the woman will end up taking charge.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Now, just to, that, I want to throw that ball over back to Lisa. Because in my experience, in all the relations I've been in, I'm not saying I forced women to submit. Yes, I did my own things to make them submit. But women like it when a man takes charge.
True.
And when a man doesn't take charge, I think for women it feels like no, I'm in that direction. And in my culture, two of us would really kind of be like good. So, what's your take on that?
Well, personally, anyone who knows me knows that I like a man like I'm serious. I don't want any cute stuff. You need to be a man. You need to be a man.
You need to be a man.
Because, I'd like to think of myself as a lioness. And a lioness is paired with a lion. If you're not a lion, you cannot tame me. We are going to have a problem. Because if you don't take charge, I will.
Exactly.
And the problem with me
does that even look good when you take charge?
It looks good initially. Everything is nice in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the problem is my vision and your direction are not the same things. So what I need is a lion to come tame the lioness that is me. And we will go in the direction that you are going.
Yeah.
And if you fail to be the lion, and if you fail to tame me, then you are better off finding your pair, wherever she might be.
A hyena or something.
Because what's going to happen is I'm going to be a lion, and you're going to be a buffalo, and we're going to have a problem.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Because the one thing I don't believe in doing as a woman is fully changing who I am to suit you. Because if you are not a lion and I'm a lioness, if I become something that I am not, 5-10 years down the line, I'll be living in a house I don't want to live in, with kids I didn't want to have, doing things I didn't want to do. Whereas if I had just gone with the lion that I was designed to be with, I'd be exactly where I'm supposed to be. So that's my thing. If you can't be a man, if you can't be a man's man, the type of man that I'm looking for,
you will not submit.
I will not submit. And that is for both of our good.
For me, I just assert my male dominance.
Exactly.
So it's like your personality.
My personality, my character stands out. From the moment we meet, standing up tall, when, what's this thing when it stands up tall to, what's that animal? I forgot. This animal when it wants to fight you.
A bear.
It's a bear, yes, like a bear.
Okay.
When a bear is really serious about combat, it stands up and who is the man in the house.
Okay, that's what's up. Then you know.
Yeah.
Then you know. So, for me, it's just looking at that. It's a shame now in our society that as young as we are, we still don't understand submission. And I think that's what causes a lot of miscommunications. You get men who beat women because they think she must submit. You get men who rape, kill, and all these things because to them, submission is so one-dimensional. So that I must take a body, I own you, right? And I think that's a message that I want to get out of this. Our focusing at our session is men shouldn't look at women and just think they can own. Or before you can say you can be a man to a woman, understand the word submission. whether you look at it culturally, spirit, because I don't think even back in the day, submission got to rape. No. We don't know. We can speculate, but
I think possibly because rape didn't come from nowhere. It's
of
not
course,
new.
of course, it's not new.
But I wouldn't call it submission to say. I mean, that's for me. That's just outlandish. That's crazy.
No, of course. But remember, when you rape someone, you make them submit to you. That's the bottom line.
True.
Is as a man, what I'm thinking now, I wanted to have sex. You were saying no. Therefore, I will submit your will and your body to you.
Yeah.
Whether
you like it or not.
Exactly. You are going to submit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying submission is bigger than what people think it is.
True.
It's not a, hey, it's a light conversation. It's a big thing. And because a lot of young boys or young men don't fully understand, you then get young boys trying to make girls submit. And I'm just like, that's so funny.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Exactly.
You're huffing and puffing. I'm a man. No. You don't have to announce that you're a man.
Yes.
We can tell.
You can tell. Same thing with a woman walking into your life, right? When a woman walks into a man's life, and hence going back to my previous topic of are men capable of change? C.S. said something beautiful. He said, you don't change for the woman or the person. You change for yourself first, so you become a better person for the person that's coming into your life. But obviously, that is triggered by the woman actually entering your life.
She's different from every other woman.
Exactly. So, I don't want to take up too much time, guys, but I think it's just key that we all understand that, submission is not and it's not a one-day thing.
Yeah.
We're not saying, guys, after this, go now, practice submission, and submission is an everyday thing.
Yeah.
It's just one of those conscious things.
It's a decision you make every single day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Every single day, you're thinking submission, rape, murder, because anyone can do something stupid.
Sure.
But it really takes a split second from you being loving Karabo to being rapist. My guy telling you rapist, and they will chant that.
Everywhere you go, everywhere you tag you.
And that's something you live with forever. It doesn't change. So guys. I hope you enjoyed the food.
Definitely.
Amazing. Courtesy of Woolworths.
Thank you so much.
Forking around has just become very easier now.
I was looking forward to a cooking next time.
Next time, no?